going to be cooking a chana rice. And the reason that I like this dish is because you can do it two ways. Either you can do it right from the start, like as if you're cooking the chana rice right from the beginning, or you can do it with leftover rice as well. And that makes it a very simple application, especially when you're in a hurry or you don't have that much time and you feel like eating something, but that does not take so much time. So let's start with the dish. Now, the thing is, it's got a lot of flavor in it, and I'll show you what the ingredients are. So let's go over there. So here are all the ingredients. This is one bay leaf, two elaichi, 3 cloves, 1 teaspoon of zira. This is 1 teaspoon of Kashmiri mirch, 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 2 teaspoons of dhania powder, 1 teaspoon of chana masala, 1 teaspoon of, sorry, this is half a teaspoon of haldi. This is half a teaspoon of haldi, and this is a little bit of garam masala. Then of course we have some salt, and there's 1 pureed tomato, and this is equivalent to a can of chanas that is drained, okay? And there's a couple of hari mirchis. I've also cut some up just to put it into the dish as well. This is a couple of cut hari mirchis and a couple of whole hari mirchis, which you can put right into the onions, so the flavor is going to go in there. And then this is a little bit of mint and some cilantro, and of course some onions, and of course we have 1 cup of rice that I have soaked for half an hour, and I have washed and I have drained. And of course we have some rice which is washed and soaked for half an hour and drained, and this is 1 cup. And so let's start cooking. Okay, so I have my pan on, and I'm going to do it on a medium heat, or at least get the oil hot first. So I'm going to use a couple of teaspoons. So I'm going to use about a couple of tablespoons of oil. That's 1 and 2, 3. And let this heat up. So what I like about this dish is that it's got very ordinary things that you have in your kitchen. There's nothing special, and the flavor is excellent. So I think my pan is hot, and here goes my bay leaf. So I've just put my bay leaf in, and now I'm going to put in couple of elaichis and a little bit of these and the cloves. Now swirl them around a little bit, let them get absorbed. Swirl them around a little bit and let the flavor get absorbed by the oil. And now I'm going to add my zira. I'm going to brown my onions, and now I've added my onions and I've got them about a medium brown, and I'm just going to cook them a little bit more so they're a little darker than this. I forgot to show you my other ingredient, which is ginger and garlic paste. It's about a teaspoon each, like a compressed teaspoon. You add that. I'm gonna let this cook out a little bit. I'm going to lower my heat a little bit before I start adding the dry masalas, because I don't want them to burn. There's another technique of adding the masalas. You can put them in a little bit of water and then add them in, but I'm doing them directly now. So now I'm going to add my haldi. I'm going to stir that around a little bit. And then here goes the dhania masala and the chana masala, the cayenne and the Kashmiri mirch. And I'm saving the garam masala till the end. Also now I'm going to add a little bit of mint and the green chilies. So I've added most of the mint and I'm going to save a little bit for the end. And here are the green chilies. So this is coming along nicely, and I am going to add a little bit of cilantro as well, cut up cilantro. So there's a good tablespoon of that, and we're going to mix this into the masala. Now I've pureed one tomato and I'm going to add that in. So I'm doing this all on a medium-low heat. I've also got one small chopped up tomato that I think it'll taste good with a little bit of pieces. So not every I think it'll taste good with a few pieces in there, and it's not all gone into the sauce. I'm just going to raise the heat a little bit. I'm going to add some salt. Now salt is up to you. I'm going to add at least 1 teaspoon to start with. And now I'm going to add my chanas and let them absorb the flavor for a few minutes. Now this dish is it's very versatile. You can add other things as well into it. I've also cooked it with twice the amount of chanas because I like more chanas and less rice. So that's one way to do it as well. So we're going to cook the chanas a little bit. One of the reasons I really like this is because it's very simple flavors, very good homey flavors. Let me lower that. And it really does create magic with just very, very ordinary things that you just cook with a little bit of love and patience. So right now I've been cooking this for about 10 minutes, everything, and I'm going to add the rice into it because the chanas are nicely flavored also now, and now I'm going to add the rice into it. Okay, I'm going to raise the heat and just fry up the rice a little bit. If you wanted to make a little pulao out of it, like a vegetable pulao, I would add a few potatoes, and I would add some corn, some carrots, a little bit of green pepper if you like. Anything that you like. So I'm frying up the rice a little bit, and Now I'm going to add 2 cups of water to this. 1 and 2. Now we're gonna let it come to a boil, and you need to taste it to see if you've got enough spicing in it. If you want to adjust the spicing, you should do it now. So I'm going to try that. Needs a little bit more salt because the rice is bland. So what we're going to do is now wait for the water to get absorbed a little bit, and then we're going to cover it and let it cook on low heat. So this is nice and spicy, not overly spicy, because we've got 2 kinds of chilies in it. One is the chopped one and one is the green one. So now a lot of the water has been absorbed, and now I'm going to cover it and I'm going to cook it on low heat. And this is going to go for about 15 minutes or 20 minutes. So what I really like about this dish is that it's very easy to do, but there's no compromise on the taste. And that is how I like to cook. It should not be overly complicated, but tastes great. So my timer for 15 minutes has gone, and I am just going to open this to see if it needs to be cooked a little bit more. Oh, I think it's done. I'm just going to add the cilantro. I'm just going to add the mint and some cilantro. And I'm going to take it off the heat and just let it sit for a few minutes. So I don't want to shake this right now and break the rice, so we'll just wait for a few minutes. I'm just going to add the garam masala to this. And let it sit for a few minutes. So here's my rice. I've left it alone for about 10 minutes. I'm just going to have a quick look. So I'm trying not to break the rice, so I'm just shaking it up a little bit, and now I'm going to serve it. So everything is nicely combined in this. You can't really taste anything specific like that, that's like a top note, but it's nice and spicy, it's tasty, it's well rounded. And I'm going to add a little bit of fresh mint as well. So I've added the cilantro and now just a sprinkling of fresh mint. And that is it. It's ready to go. So here is my chana rice, and I hope you enjoyed this demonstration. And I hope you're going to try it at home. And let me know how you like it. And please watch my show Cook with Chandi, Saturdays at 6 on One Solar TV. Bye for now. Have a good meal.